Hang on, can you see my screen?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Series 3, Episode 16 by Eliza Sullivan and Rich Kelly.
Okay, let's go. 3. Wait, time for camera.
Okay, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. Wait, can you even do that on this? Oh yeah, you can. Oh, wait, I can choose a background effect. What was that?
Yes. Wait, hang on.
I think can you see that picture of me? Are they gonna be able to see that?
Wait, hang on. I'll move it to a place where you can't. Yes,
Yeah.
I've moved it. Can you still see?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1, go. Series 3, episode 16. So, some of you guys may know me as one of the faces behind the Waterloo Road iconic account. If you do, you may know that I have experienced some issues uploading a video on YouTube. Well, I have come up with a temporary solution. If this works out, then we'll keep the system. This episode was picked at random as a sort of test. Without further ado,
Richard
and I, as your host, are ready to review this episode with you guys, with our thoughts and maybe some bigger discussions. First, though, I want to give a shout out to my inspirations for this idea, Waterloo Road podcast, also Waterloo Road debates, and my friends from Roleplay. Last but not least, my co-admin, who one day I hope will come on this channel so we can vibe Matt Wild in together and try and get Rachel to foster us. The plot. Richard, do you want to take us through the plot?
Yes, I'd be delighted to. So, at the beginning of the episode, Mika and Brett start an eco-warrior campaign, which goes very well. And Dante asks Chloe if he can speak to a solicitor about their marriage. However, it's clear that he does not want to. The AGM provides some light relief from some of the more heavy topics, like Janice's inappropriate relationship with Mr. Bingham. And we also find out that Eddie knows about Rachel's past. At the start of the episode, Janice is gloating about her relationship with an older man, then reveals to Chloe the man is Wilson Bingham, the supply teacher. Throughout the episode, teachers slowly make the realization that Wilson isn't who he says he is, and Steph and Tom go and find Janice afterwards, tracking down Wilson, and Tom gives him a beating.
So, we have some standout moments and characters. Richard will give his list first, and then I will give my list and my opinions. So, Richard, would you like to start?
Yeah, so some of the moments that stood out to me in particular was when there was the cake and baking powder had been put into it and exploded in Grantley's face. And yeah, it was just very funny and, unexpected. And also, I like the fact that Grantley was able to manipulate the children to work against each other, so they worked really well and succeeded. And then later on took their credit, and that was just I really liked it. And something else is two other characters, which is Rachel and Eddie. So when Rachel tells Eddie about her past, so Eddie is quite annoyed by it, and then in the future has quite a few savage lines, including "I know when you are lying because your lips are moving," and and what did you do? Sleep with him? They're just very sarcastic and but really funny as well. I really liked it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she's quite sarcastic in that episode. For me, as well as those moments, you also had when Steph and Tom discover the pictures of Chloe, Matt, and Janice, because it really brought home how vulnerable they were. Yes, it could be any girl, but especially for Janice, she doesn't really have anyone to, protect her against these sort of things. Yes, Maxie had Steph and Chloe had Tom, but I think they made the point in the episode afterwards that actually Janice is the only one who possibly couldn't have seen through it. Also, Steph and Tom's overall behaviour in the episode, I just was quite shocked by how they reacted and how different they seemed in the other episodes. So as we are both English students, we've been taught to look outside the box. So we have come up with a couple of questions. So Richard, in a real life situation, would a teacher react to the same way Steph and Tom did, or would they call the police?
In my opinion, I think that they would they'd call the police and they would rely on the police. I don't really think that a teacher would have known like their cohort as much as Steph did. You know, Steph raised Janice since she joined the school, and so I think maybe like it would be realistic. Like they'd definitely be really upset about it and emotional, but I don't think they would go out of the way. They wouldn't go to all the way to a caravan. They wouldn't go drive hours and hours. I don't think they would do that. I think they would rely on the police.
Yeah, like I totally agree with you actually. I think as much as teachers do care and you know the job is a hard job, I feel like with Waterloo Road, what was so magical and so special about that show was actually just the fact that boiling it down to the very bottom was the fact that they cared about the kids, and it wasn't a superficial caring like caring about the grades. It was they cared about their emotional well-being and they cared about the kids if they were ever in danger. I feel like that is something a lot of kids, especially growing up in Britain, especially me growing up, I wanted to have that. I wanted to have a teacher like Tom, have a teacher like Rachel, like Steph or like Matt. I wanted to have that kind of feeling. So yeah. Richard, would you like to read out the next question?
Oh, yes, I would like to retell the next question. So the next question is, in terms of pastoral care, are Steph and Tom idealistic teachers?
In my opinion, I think yes, they are. I feel like Tom Tom is renowned for being kind of like the father figure of the school, and he is. But I feel like in real life that wouldn't happen. You wouldn't really have a father figure. Steph is interesting because she's actually seen as kind of mother figure, and you do have the term school mums. But what I find interesting is the fact Steph is this awful French teacher, just and really bad at French. But she would go out of her way to make sure kids is okay. Like she and I am still to see a teacher do that actually. And I think it really boils down to this. Yes, you can be the best teacher in the world. You can be a super head. But deep down, if you don't have a passion or if you don't care about the kids, or care about their well-being, then really you're only half a teacher. And yeah, that's so would Genghis ever be able to recover from what happened?
Um,
Would
so, so, um, so, so, yeah, Janice, I feel like for Janice, it would take quite a long time for her to recover, especially at such a situation where she felt so vulnerable, where she trusted Mr. Bingham, where she thought that they were going to be partners for life. They had common interests like archaeology or something like that. And yeah, I think it will take a long time for Janice to be able to reach back to the point where she had been before this incident took place. So maybe she will, but it will take quite a long time. But she does have some very good friends like Mika and and Maxine. So,
Maxine and Chloe.
oh, sorry. Yeah, Maxine and Chloe. Oh, I said the wrong sister. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she will bounce back. As you said, she will bounce back. I feel like, she knows now that you don't have to, if you're feeling unloved or unsupported or you're under peer pressure, you don't need to look for dangerous means of trying to get attention. I mean, I'm not saying she was trying to get attention, she was potentially groomed by this guy. But at the end of the day, I think Steph and Tom helping her made her realise actually, at the end of the day, yes, there are still people who care about you. Should Janice's storyline have been longer? In my opinion, yes. I feel like it should have. Like maybe Mr. Bingham went on a run with Janice, or maybe like Claire and Maxine went to look for Janice. I feel like yes. On the other hand, I feel like one episode will be enough. Richard, what do you think?
I believe that the storyline. I feel like I would have wanted to see. I mean, we didn't really see. Well, in that episode, we didn't see the reactions of some of the other children who had also had their photographs taken, and yeah, so I think maybe the storyline, like if we found out how long Mr. Bingham went to prison, or if there was like a court scene or something, that could have been something that could have been added. But I still think it was quite an action-packed episode, and yeah, so I think it could, like, there could have been stuff that could have been added to make it longer, but it's still quite okay for that sort of episode.
In my opinion, it's a very eventful episode. The right contrast gives drama and some like relief. The Chloe and Dante story feels like a plot filler and keeps dragging on. My personal opinion, I think I need to wrap the story up. The AGM with no more official plotline. It's nice to see Granny interact with the kids. It feels like a classic Waterloo Road moment. The Eddie's story, although interesting, personally, I'm not ready to ship her. So we see that. So yeah, that's the end of this talk. Well, thank you guys for listening, and we'll be back again soon with a video if you guys like it. Please tell us about the format, or if you don't like it, or if you want us to scrap doing it all together. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon.